Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Arrow. So let's start talking about this episode. Before I start talking about this episode, I do have an update. If you guys would like to go check out my Kickstarter for my comic book Like Father, Like Daughter, that'd be awesome. That is annotated. Also guys, I did say I wasn't going to do an Arrow review because I did have an event today, but I was able to come home enough that it wasn't too late to do a review, and I heard big stuff happen, so that's why I'm doing this review. And we'll see if Riverdale, if I could do that review tomorrow. I'll have to see what time I'm able to watch it. But with this episode of Arrow, we get the big reveal who Prometheus is, and it's Adrian Chase, the DA. Surprising. I think a lot of us thought it was like Tommy returning, or just someone else. I didn't expect it to be Chase, because I thought Chase was the vigilante, so I'm honestly more curious of who the vigilante is than Prometheus now. And by the end, he has this weird thing going on that he says, oh, well, dead or alive, we need to have a conversation, Susan Williams. I think her name's Susan Williams. Susan, she is Oliver's girlfriend who now knows that he's the Green Arrow, and weirdly Oliver's just like, yeah, let me tell you the truth because I feel bad that Thea and Felicity blackmailed you. I don't really see the romance there just yet though. So it's also Oliver telling Star City that Green Arrow's not a good person, and a lot of these previous episodes we've really been seeing Oliver Queen more as Oliver Queen than Green Arrow, and that kind of proves it here too, now that Oliver and Green Arrow are kind of against each other even though they're the same person. And then we do have some other story arcs going on. Curtis making the T-Sphere and Spear and being happy that he did this, and he thinks that he's gonna get back with his husband, and it doesn't quite happen. They're in the process of getting divorced instead. So we see Curtis not really ending on a good note. We'll see where that takes him as a hero and as a character. And then Felicity also turning to the dark side, doing her own thing as this hacker, or hacktivist, we'll say, with her story going to a darker side since the beginning of the season, when she lost her boyfriend. And then Thea becoming a lot like her mother and trying to use dirty politics to get what she wants, but then she's like, oh my god, I'm doing it again. I'm having a bloodlust except with politics. So she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go and figure myself out. So what did I think of the episode overall? I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. I still don't really like the direction of the show, honestly, so that's really hard to tell. With the show is that there's a lot of build-up from other storylines, and I just don't really like a lot of the storylines going on this season. I think Felicity is being sidelined weirdly, but also having her own weird story arc that I don't think really goes with her character, so I don't really like Felicity's storyline. And then my favorite character, Thea, I really didn't like the direction they took her with the whole political turning into her mom thing, because I think that's the total opposite of what her character is. So I'm happy and sad to see this arc, because I'm happy it's Thea realizing, oh my god, I'm turning into my mother, let me stop this. Instead of it, like, making her the villain of the story in a weird way. I'm glad they didn't go that direction, but at the same time, I'm sad that she won't be in the show for, I guess, another couple of episodes. But I'm hoping once she does return, we'll see her more the Thea she used to be, and just finally figuring out what to do with the character. Just make her speedy again. I mean, I don't know why they didn't. I just didn't like the storyline they went with. So I do believe we won't see her for another couple episodes, and we'll see her again. Maybe being able to accept herself as Speedy once she returns, doing whatever she's doing, soul searching, going on the beach, I don't know. And then she'll realize that she could put on the costume again without the bloodlust. So that's what I'm hoping, that we'll just see her towards the end of the season, but as a stronger character and just better utilized. And that's a Thea fan saying that I don't mind not seeing her if it means that she's going to be a stronger character. And then, of course, the Prometheus reveal is so hard because I don't really care for the character. And, you know, that's a big problem with this whole season for me. I think a lot of the new players just didn't get the necessary build-up. And the DA Chase didn't really get the build-up for me to care that he's Prometheus. And I do think it's the way the actor delivers the lines where it doesn't feel intense, the scenes, and that's why I felt like that last scene really faltered. I just didn't really know what direction the actor was going with those scenes. I just don't really like his delivery with the character to really make it feel suspenseful and that he's playing this dual identity. So yeah, just not really enjoying that arc. So the reveal of Prometheus was honestly a bit disappointing. I didn't really have any emotion to it, and that just shows that the build-up wasn't really there for the character. And then, who else do we have left in this episode? I did like Curtis's storyline. All of her storylines semi-interesting. At least they're going a little bit closer to the comic books and making him a bit more political, and the show being more politically driven, which is cool, but at the same time, I don't know if it really works for Arrow for what they've been doing. So as you can see, I have a lot of mixed feelings. I'm glad that this wasn't a slow episode. I think a lot happened in it. I just don't really care for the direction the show's been going. But let me know in the comments below what you thought. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.